The induction of a vicar is the formal and liturgical act by which a priest is lawfully placed in charge of a parish. It is not just an announcement. It is not a social ceremony. It is a canonical and spiritual act of the church. So who inducts the vicar? The authority to induct a vicar comes from the bishop, who is the chief pastor and overseer of the diocese. In practice, the bishop may personally perform the induction or delegate it to the archdeacon, but the authority always flows from the bishop. And that is why the bishop always make time to do it. What does induction mean? To induct a vicar means to place the priest in legal possession of the parish, to entrust him with pastoral oversight, and to give him responsibility for worship, teaching, discipline, and administration in that particular parish. From the moment of induction, the vicar becomes the resident priest and spiritual leader of that church. What happens during the induction? Traditionally, the bishop or archdeacon will present the vicar to the congregation, read the instrument of appointment or license, lead the vicar into the church, and often to the pulpit for teaching, to the font for baptism, and to the altar for Holy Communion, and formally seat the vicar, sometimes placing his hand on the door, keys, or lectern. These actions symbolize that the vicar now has authority and responsibility in that parish. Why is the bishop involved? Because in the Anglican theology, the bishop represents apostolic oversight. No priest operates independently of the diocese, and parish ministry exists within the wider church. The bishop role is not to dominate the parish, but to send, support, and supervise the vicar. What induction is not. Induction does not mean the vicar owns the church. It does not mean the vicar is above accountability. It does not remove the role of wardens, council, or laity. Rather, it establishes order, it establishes clarity, and shared responsibility within the ministry. In summary, the induction of a vicar is the church saying the priest is sent here, authorized to serve among us, and supported by the bishop and the diocese. And so it marks the beginning of a new pastoral relationship between the priest, people, and the community with which the priest has been sent into. I'm sure this is not most practice in the Anglican Church of Nigeria anymore. You just see a priest has been posted, and then the church has the responsibility of welcoming him into the parish. But in some cases, after the church has welcomed him on the day of his resumption, the bishop will fix a date with which